First, there is a burn, sensation of searing, then of broiling, a deep, gnawing burning, and then quiet, silence, no feeling, laying down. And while laying down, the burning begins to appear again. And it starts first in the chest, and then spreads to the arms, and spreads to the legs. The body is on fire. The body is being subsumed within flame. And as the flame continues to advance and it begins to spread all about you, burning and consuming everything around, the sensation doesn't hurt. It doesn't overtake all feeling, and it doesn't kill you. Instead, as you become charcoal, as you become ash, you start to bleed through the world. You start to meld into the earth. And once you begin, like a specter, like an apparition, to melt through the world, you start to fall and descend until you reach the core. Pass through the crust and the mantle, you pass through the outer layers until you reach that core. And once you're finally there within the iron, within absolute blackness, where now there is no fire, now there is no flame, where you have passed through all lava and heat, and you find that absolute blissful darkness, you start to see a flicker. Small flicker out in the distance. And then, a sudden, that flicker spreads out. Great arms and like great wings. It lashes out and winds and streams as it begins to coil around and around and around and spread out. And it becomes a giant tree in motion. A tree that's every branch, that's every bough, that's every leaf is a beautiful breeze, a gale. And here, when you are looking upon this great and massive tree, when you look upon this hurricane, you start to notice that it looks like a spine and the nervous system that spreads into the brain. And as you look at this thing and you feel an absolute awe, you hear a voice orotund and powerful, that speaks with all certainty and seemingly with all truth. And it tells you, this is the farthest you will ever go. This is the deep. Go into the tree, and you shall see. You walk forward, trepidation, with anxiety, nervous, because you can hear the howls and the screeching of the gales of this great tree. And as you pass by the roots, you start to see images that you can't exactly perceive, but you see the images flowing like water through the roots of this great tree, through the winds of this great tree. And once you are facing the base, when you are facing the vastness of it, you touch it, and you feel the wind passing through your fingers, passing through the tips, and you start to feel memory. You start to taste color. You start to smell color. And you start to believe in your own past and in your own future. You can see them. You can see time before you, as if it was just something casual. And once you experience that, you throw yourself into the tree and you let it take you where it will. And as you ride in these hurricane winds, it takes you to hells and to heavens, to purgatories. It takes you to your love. and it takes you to your hate. It takes you to your fears, and it takes you to your pain, to your greatest sadnesses, to your greatest triumphs, and even the ones who weren't so great, to the lowest moments, to the highest moments. It takes you apart. Your arms, your fingers, your toes, your legs, every part of your body gets thrown into the whirlwind. But through every part of you that gets thrown into the mass, to all the places, to all the memories, to all the different places, you experience it all at once. You feel the hurricane enter you. You feel the hurricane spread through you. And you feel your own head become as this tree. As all the neurons and the synapses burn and light a great flame, a great light, and continue to spread out in wings of wind.